video. Okay, have a seat. And please take out, I believe it is your, was it 12 D's and W?
No, we didn't finish now.
Oh, right. You're correct. You're correct. Yes. Oh, and there was one announcement before we start. Ladies. Oh, no. I did, my beloved wife has, I think I told you this before, but finished these. So I'll be handing these out next Monday when we get back. That will be the first day of the St. Andrew's Novena. Do me a favor, bring these cards with you next Monday. If you think you're going to forget them, leave them on my desk and you can pick them up. Yeah.
Can you just give us the name?
You could. If you can remember who has what, tell you what. All right, well, okay. So all right, you can do that. And, sure. So people watching at home, pretend this is a commercial break. Yeah. So, you're welcome. There's one. So, ladies, if any of you did not have lavender, purple, whatever this is, my wife would know what the color is. Guys have a tendency to just call things purple. No, it's not, sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, ladies are going. Bridget is coming up. And Johanna. Hi, did you want a lavender one now? Okay, there you go.
Is your mom here as well?
So, gentlemen, you'll have to tell me what color you ordered. Okay. Let's do rose, but yeah. There we go. Ta-da. Oh, red. Red. No problem. Pass along, you want to talk? You're welcome. Okay. For the people listening at home, that will be Mary Kate and Reagan. I have your prayer beads. They're called sacrifice beads, but they're 15, and you can use them to count your 15 St. Andrew's Day Novenas. If you did not get one of these yesterday, I will have these for you Monday. Monday is when we're going to be starting to pray together the St. Andrew's Day Novena. It goes from November 30th, which is Monday, to December 24th is the last day. So Christmas Eve will be the last day we do this. So remind me if I don't remember, but let's get started. So you got your notes, please. Let's talk about adding and subtracting. Adding and subtracting radicals. Try this. Let's see how far I can go here. Example. 2 radical 5 plus 7 radical 5 plus 10 radical 5 plus 4 radical 3. Go, Joanna.
Can I say the answer?
Yes.
12 radical 5. Whoa, never mind.
Oh, somebody's in there.
Never mind.
Hey, Ricky.
Not 12.
We are here.
19.
You're just in time.
19.
And what's up?
19.
19 what?
Radical 5.
19 radical 5.
Plus 4 radical 3.
Can we do anything else with these? Correct. Why not?
They're not like terms.
They're not like terms. Right. Susan.
This is a continuation of
Just a second. Gentlemen, I can't hear her. Please do not chit-chat. Go ahead.
This is a continuation of the notes from yesterday.
Correct.
Oh.
It's a continuation. What? By the way, if you need to get a new one, fine. But make sure it stays on your face. All right. So, Mary Kate, if you can activate your webcam, that would be awesome. We're still waiting for Sophie and Olivia, but they're probably gonna show up at, some of them might show up at 10, we'll see. Okay, so, does this make sense, Mark? The terms are like terms if they have the same radical. If they have a different radical, they're like different variables. It's a little bit like 2x plus 7x plus 10x plus 4y. The first three are like terms and the last one is not. Same sort of deal. Here you get 19x plus 4y. It's the same sort of thing. Like terms are if they're like radicals. Unlike terms are if they're unlike radicals. Now, I'm about to throw a curveball at you. Let's see if you can catch this. Yeah, I just realized that that's a metaphor for baseball. It is radical 12 plus radical 27 plus radical 48. What do you think? Your verdict. I like it.
So the 12 has a square, whatever you want. So
What kind of square? Yeah,
Correct.
so perfect square.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. What?
4,
Radical what?
radical 4,
Times,
radical 3.
what is that really?
That is actually 2 radical 3.
2 radical 3.
And then
Yeah. I'll get you in a second. But, do you see up here? These are not like terms. We were tempted to just say, well, let's leave it. They're not like terms, you can't add them. However, Max, take the next one.
It would be 3 radical 9.
How to get that? There's a word missing, by the way.
Radical 3, radical 9.
Yeah, and I put the radical 9 first.
Yeah.
What is radical 9 really?
3, so it'd be 3 radical 3.
Exactly. Now that strikes me as suspicious. How interesting. Ron,
Oh, gosh.
is there a perfect square in 48? It's a little harder to see, but there's a nice big one.
24.
Small on that.
12, no, not 12.
16 times what? Let me know.
4.
16 times 4 would be 64 though.
No.
Look, 3. What is this really?
4.
4.
Radical 3.
Question. Cece, are these like terms?
Yes.
Adam,
Okay. 9. Radical 3.
you are done. Does that make sense? They might be like terms that are hiding. You have to simplify them first, otherwise you won't know. Does that make sense? The book will try to do that to you. Oh, sorry, Ricky. I'm spazzing out. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, what lesson is this?
It is on, hang on a second. It's adding radicals. And it's 12D, as in David. Radical sums and differences. Okay? Does that make sense so far? And I'm also videotaping this on the iPad with a much better camera. So, just out of curiosity, can you read this or no? Mary Kay?
Sometimes it's shaky, but most of the time it's there.
Okay. And, but I'll post the YouTube video on there too. So, that should be way clearer. So you can double check. Okay. I'll try and write a little bigger too. Questions? All math people. Feeling okay so far? All right. Let's try. No way. There's like only one more problem to do. Oops. I'm picking up my stuff here. That's totally funny. No, I'm sorry, 2 more quick examples.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to be relatively fast though. So, hang on a second. Oh,
That's fine.
sorry. It's on the video. You can look online. So try this. like terms, tell you, at present, they're not. You just attempt to delete them. Does anybody see something of interest? Sarah?
16x cubed, has a perfect square,
Okay.
actually two perfect squares.
Okay, what's the perfect square?
Radical 4,
Radical
well, radical 16.
16,
Which is 4.
which is 4.
And then x squared,
There's an x squared in there with how much left over?
x,
What is this?
n,
And then what's this?
radical.
Huh. Are they like terms now? 11.
Yes,
Yeah, what do you get?
11x radical x.
Exactly. 11x radical x, and you're done. Make sure you don't put 11x squared radical x, because you're not multiplying. Oh,
I'm confused by the x's, like how it becomes.
how you got this?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, does it make sense that this would split into radical 16 times radical x cubed?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much you can split any radical into multiplied pieces. X cubed, you can split that into x squared and x, because there are 3 x's total. Why would I bother? Because this is a perfect square, and boils down. So radical 16 is good, it's 4. Radical x squared is good, it's x. And then radical x is not good, so just leave it. Okay. Now, one caution, it'll say in the book, assume that x is greater than 0. Well, math people, what does that mean? Ethan, what does this mean? I'm sorry, I've got a cat here in my mask. Wait. Yep, there it is. Welcome to my life. Go ahead, Ethan.
That x is a positive number?
Exactly. Anything that's bigger than 0, come on, you little scruffy weirdo. Get on my face. Yeah, so it means that x is positive. Why would we require that? Yeah, Susie.
Well, if x is 0, then the answer would just always be 0, because it would be 0 cubed would be 0.
Right. If x is 0, that means that everything is 0. So 7x radical x is 0, and then this is just kind of boring. Why can't it be negative? Why not?
Because it won't work because it's like an error kind of.
Yeah, if you try and take the square root, if x is less than 0, in other words, if x is negative, then a square root is illegal. If you remember, thinking the square root of like negative 16, it's basically saying what number squared equals negative 16. Good luck with that. Why is that a problem? Yeah, Bill.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why would the answer be 11x,
Oh,
radical?
4x radical x plus 7x radical x is 11x radical.
Why wouldn't you add the first radical x's?
Why wouldn't I add the radical x's? Oh, radical is basically an unknown. Like radical 3, we can guess at it, it's like 1.732 something, but nobody knows it in the entirety. The decimal goes forever. So radicals are kind of mysterious. So we call them sort of unknown and treat them like a variable. So if I had like 2 radical 3 plus 5 radical 3, this becomes 7 radical 3. It's not 7 radical 6. Because it's kind of like 2x plus 5x. Same reason we don't have the x's either. We just add the number in the front. This is 2x, because basically you are really adding. This is the long way to write. I had to do 5s in there. Does that kind of make sense? 2x's plus 5x's will make 7x's. Wow. Okay. So in other words, the x doesn't change. It's like 2 apples plus 5 apples is 7 apples. It doesn't become a super apple. Something like that. Same sort of thing here. This is a little like 4ab plus 7ab should make 11ab. Because both of these are mysterious. Yeah.
Can I answer this?
Oh, go ahead. Yes.
Well, a square can never be a positive because two positive numbers multiplied equals a positive number and two negative numbers multiplied equals a
Right, this can't happen, because when you square something, if it's positive, positive squared is positive. If it's negative, and I see Mary Kate, just a second. And if you square it, negative, negative times negative is still positive. Mary Kate, question.
Could you read all the notes to the left and under the example like the radical system?
Wow. Yeah, that's kind of a, sure. Hang on a second. Maybe I can lift it up. How fast can you write?
Ready? No.
Can you read it now?
Okay. Oh, wait.
Well, and this will also be this will also be posted on YouTube. What's that? I like that. Hi, Elliot. We were just getting started. We just finished the problem. I like that. This was a side example here, by the way. This is just a side example, so you don't have to do that. Yeah. They're just this sort of stuff you don't necessarily have to do here. The book will tell you this. The stuff on the left is probably the only stuff you really need to worry about. So like that. Okay. You're good. I get it. All right. I'll try and keep the other stuff centered. Let me back this up a little bit. Yeah, Mary Kate, question.
I'm gonna switch to a computer, so just for a second.
Okay. Good enough. Has everybody been on this? Okay, I want to give you one last, and then I can actually give you some time to work. Try this. Last problem of the day. Let me read this off for people at home. Radical 242. This is notes. Radical 242 plus 5 radical 8 plus radical 243 plus radical 300. I would not recommend doing this all in one gulp. Think of it like Thanksgiving. How do you eat a turkey? One bite at a time. You don't eat the whole thing at once or you'll choke. So, what do you do first? Welcome back. Okay. This is okay for now, but Mary Kate, next time you'll have to log in under your own name. You'll log in under Thomas. So, and frankly, I would joke about you being better looking than Thomas, but I don't want him angry at me. So, moving on. Number 240, he's going to come and beat me up. Anyway, Elijah, go. Perfect squares. Are there any? Pick one. Pick your.
300.
Okay. That's, I was expecting that. What perfect square is in here? 100 is a nice, big, juicy radical. What's still in there? 10 radical 3. What is this really?
10 radical 3.
It is 10 radical 3. Everybody see?
Yes.
The bigger the perfect square you can pull out, the faster the problem goes. Somebody could have just pulled out a 4, which is okay. They could have pulled out a 25, which is also okay. It's not quite as fast as 100 though. Okay. 30 is not a perfect square though. Because a number times itself doesn't make 30. Well, 100 is 10 times 10. 25 is 5 times 5, etc. Oh.
Another one would be 8 and square 4.
I'm sorry, say again?
8 and square 4.
Then yes, this 5 times, don't split the 5 because it's already done. And then this is 4 times what? 2. So what is that really? It's 5 times radical 4 times 2. So what is this really? 5 times what?
Radical, I don't know, radical.
Boil this down. 2 times, and what's this thing? Good, because it's still achy. Multiply.
10.
Exactly. 10 radical 2. Everybody clear on that?
Yeah.
And people listening at home, I'm also recording this on my iPad. I'll post it on YouTube. It'll have a much, much clearer image. So if this is hard to read, you can check the YouTube video. YouTube videos are notoriously slow to load, so it probably won't load till like 5 or 6 p.m. tonight, so I apologize on behalf of Sacred Heart and its winky Wi-Fi system. But I'm being recorded, aren't I? I'm totally dead. So Thomas is going to come and beat the snot out of me, and then Sacred Heart is going to fire me. So I'm going to be homeless and with both my legs broken. Come visit me in the hospital, please. Yeah.
9 can go into 243.
I'm sorry, what?
9 can go into 243.
9 goes into 243, correct. How many times?
24.
24. Now question, I like that. Is there any perfect squares still in 24? 4. So I'm going to squeeze that in. Radical 9, radical 4 times radical what?
6.
6. Okay. So let me double check something. Actually 243 is not 9 times 24.
Uh-oh.
I may have to back up here. 9 does go in, I think. Wait a minute. I take that back.
9 goes
Yeah, 9 goes in. 10, 12, 6 goes in. Yes. How many times? Not 24, but 20 something.
6.
Close. Got it.
You can just turn it into 80 radical 81 times radical 3.
Sneaky. This is 9 times 27, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. What you could do if you wanted to go faster, and if you're totally sneaky, 81 goes into there times what? 3. Now, if you do this, it's not a catastrophe. You don't have to mortgage your house or anything. Radical 9. What perfect square is still hiding in 27? Yeah.
9.
9 times what?
3.
3. Boil these down for me.
3
Times 3 times radical 3. Okay.
9
And
radical
somebody just chirped. So, okay. Oh, nice. Thank you. I see your name there. So this becomes 9 radical 3, which this would have done in one step. Okay. So we've got plus, plus. And we want to take that first monster on the left. John, are you
Which monster?
grabbing? Go.
Which one? Oh, that one.
It's hard to see, but there's a really nice perfect square in there.
8. I don't know.
Unfortunately, 8 does not go in.
9. 2.
2 is not a perfect square, although it does go in. Sorry.
121.
121 times what?
2.
What is 121 radical?
11.
11 radical 2. So I'm going to circle these. Here are the 4 you came up with. 11 radical 2 plus 10 radical 2 plus 9 radical 3 plus 10 radical 3. Joanna, go.
22. 21.
21
Radical 2.
radical 2
Plus 19 radical 3.
plus 19 radical 3. And that is your answer. Well done. If you can do that, you can do anything the problem in the homework throw at you. Questions? All right. We have until 10:40. Wow. This is like record time. You got like a half hour to work. People at home, congratulations, you get an half hour to work on your own. We're just going to cut the signal. Anybody have any questions at home? So I can, yeah, okay. And on Sophie, I'll do you next.
Could you read out under 222?
Under 222? Yeah. Radical 121
D. A, B, C, D.
times radical 2.
D. Why are you gonna? No, I not that.
Okay. And below that, I'm reducing it to 11 radical 2.
What do I do with the
Okay, sure. Sophie, you got a question? Okay, tell you what, would probably be easiest at this point, could you take a photo of it and email it to me?
I can hand it to you.
Oh, that's right, you're in the building. Oh, that's, okay, yeah, by all means. Just leave it on my desk, that'll be fine. Libby, do you have any questions, or? How you doing?
Okay, I'm not sure how far it's going to be. I'm not here every day, so.
Right. I'll see what I can do on that. Yeah, and yeah.
Unfortunately, by the end of Thanksgiving break.
By the end of Thanksgiving break, if you were done with 12 D's in Douglas, you'll be good.
Okay, make sure I get them by those.
Correct. Correct. And if you want ahead of time, let me just give you these ahead of time. 12E is going to be due the Tuesday we get back. Just let me type this into the chat. Hang on. I see Mary Kate, just a second. Let me see. So for next Tuesday is 12E. Homework number 12E. Yes, I know. I'll keep that on. This is actually going to be useful for a moment. So 12E, and then 12F will be due on Wednesday. If Wednesday is 12F. And then Thursday. No, I take that back. 12G is going to be due on Friday because it's going to take 2 days to know. And then anticipate the chapter 12 test the week after that. The week after. Probably, let me see. Homework due Friday, probably Wednesday. Okay? Does that help? Mary Kate, question?
We never made one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't hear. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I would like to say for the video, because it was like blurry. So I have a couple questions on the homework.
Okay, the homework, the video for that, I just posted the YouTube video. I'll give you the link right now. It's much, much clearer than the Google Meet video. Let me see, where am I?
Much obliged.
There it is. YouTube channel. Wow, this is slow. Hang on a second. Blah, da, 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 da. My video. Dude, I'll send you a direct link. Oh, here you go. Here's the link to the channel on YouTube, and you can use this to find any of the videos. So YouTube videos. They're not replacing the Google Meet ones, but that should be the folder where we have all the new, and the latest one should be right on top. I can give you a direct link if you want. Okay, sounds good. All right, tell you what. We're going to cut you loose. So there are no other questions. If you think of any other questions, email me. Otherwise, good luck on that. Have 12 D as in David, no problem. 12D done by tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday. We're not meeting tomorrow. Okay. Cheerio, y'all. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah. It is. You're right. I completely forgot that. Yeah, I think I have an extra. Hang on. I'll just change this to 24. Okay. I think I have 24. Otherwise, I'll just do that. let's be busy, ladies and gentlemen. You have your math out.
Whoops, I didn't. Oh my gosh. I know that they are. This is.
Oh, here they are.
V.
Cecilia.
No. It's X squared. No.
The special.
It might be in my.
All right. John, I'll be right back. I'm going to print. Get a copy.
Still recording. My knee is broken. It's literally looks like a computer. I know.
Wait, Sarah's, Johanna's, and Mary Kate's are single. Sarah's and Johanna's are
Okay, there we go.
And it's still recording.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Mary Kate